projects of yours?
I got an unofficial, we'll talk, they're interested, probably gonna do it, but I don't know at what level.
Okay.
They said it depends on their budget, between 26 and 28. We're willing to look at helping some
Nice.
on that $1.4 million project, is that good?
Okay. Great.
Yes, relay our thanks, please.
Will do.
I'm serious. It's very good.
It's the money.
It's money.
Yeah.
Very good.
Got to keep them happy.
Okay, any other project update, anyone?
Nothing on the building? Or
I'm hoping to have the final plans or the final draft plans next week. I had a meeting with them last week where we went through a bunch of stuff and he was going to put everything in motion. So I don't look for it tomorrow, but maybe he's been on vacation. I've been on vacation. So
Is anything weird?
no, I've
Pretty
changed some things. He had some code issues on the type of poles we were going to use to begin with, and he was going to fix that, but nothing major standing out.
so for ARPA funding, does that have to be decided before the end of the year? I know we don't have.
It's our next
spend
agenda
it,
item.
but- Shut up, Martha.
That's okay.
It's okay. Here's,
You're on top of it.
Yeah.
Right in.
You are 11 years older
You have a birthday, must be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
now. You can get by with it when you're on recording.
Okay, we are moving into ARPA funding, yes.
Some of us are there already.
yeah. All right. So, as Jerry brought up last meeting, we've been putting that interest that's been allocated into this worksheet, and that money does not actually have to be allocated by the end of the year. There's nothing in ARPA guidelines about the interest, so that money's sitting there. So on the left there, interest 227, 140.62. So the only thing we really need to decide is what we're going to do with that 60,000 that we can set aside for the operations plan for Vernon Manor and Vernon Acres. I would ask that we set aside roughly $25,000. We'll have some. There's 8 employees there that were eligible for an ELB payout, so we'll have to pay that out. I thought that was an easy way to pay for it.
So we have interest plus the 220. So we have,
No,
that's with
that interest in, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I didn't. Think
So-
we had that much.
Yeah, so we've allocated everything except that 60,000.
But we don't have to do the full 60,000. We have to do 57.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't do that. But yeah, a little under 60,000.
But you're.
I thought we were thinking we were put towards the building. I thought we were talking about Brandon's building.
We can do that. That'd be the easiest way to just do the rest of it.
That's why I was.
Yeah.
I guess I asked that.
When Phil gets going on it, gets it down to under 200,000.
Yeah,
That building.
Bill's heard no sound.
Well, we have 1 month.
Well, you can allocate it
We can allocate.
now and then we'll spend it because it just has to be allocated by the end of the year and spent by the end of 2026. So if we do 25K, and I know it's a little less than 60, but if we do 25K for Vernon Manor and Vernon Acres for the ELB payouts, and then the remainder for the emergency management building that we're set as far as allocating those ARPA funds.
I'd make a motion to that if you need a motion to do it.
I do need a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Any more discussion? Not all in favor of the motion to final allocations of ARPA funds, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Okay, that should take care of it then for.
Yep.
Can I ask how the employees took the news as far as the switchover?
Seemed to be okay. I sat in on a couple of the meetings that they did over there. So the day after the board approved it, we went over there with BSJ, and they kind of gave a summary of their benefits and everything. And one of the things they talked about is how they treat their PTO. They don't call it PTO, but they basically never lose it. Where they can cash some of it out at any point in time. It just sits there, and that's obviously a lot different than how we treat ours. So that was
Big plus.
that was a big plus for them. You know, they have they do like volunteer time, paid volunteer time. You know, so they have some benefits that we don't. So I would say that was received very well.
Someone asked me, so I understand their terms. And
So they'll have courts. Yeah, they'll have courts just like we do. So next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, BSJ will be there from like 5:15 to 6 p.m., 5:15 a.m. to 6 p.m. Those 3 days to do open enrollment, to give them their offer letters, answer any questions. I have a WRS, so Wisconsin Retirement rep coming on Tuesday to do a couple presentations for the employees. Trisha is going to be over there all 3 days. I'll be there on Monday all day. Obviously Tuesday we have county board. Just to answer questions, hear any concerns.
That's what I was wondering with the implementation or changeover was actually.
How many employees did we lose then?
A little over 100. I think
So
like 100.
our insurance payment for courts this month was 331. So it's going to be 1/3 less probably.
Yeah.
Because there's like 300 employees.
Yeah, they're not all benefit eligible there, but yeah, we'll see some. But I mean, that also comes out of Roy Manor budget, not the county's general fund. But there are some areas in just even going through the budget that we've been paying for Vernon Manor, Vernon Acres that we won't have those.
So the
benefits
331
anymore.
should go down considerably. I mean,
Yeah,
every month.
People
So what is the official start date for BSJ?
December 2nd.
December 2nd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've been very busy, a lot of back and forth between us and BSJ, and Connor's been heavily involved too, because there's a lot of IT infrastructure over there that
Oh,
we're
they're starting
trying
to do
to
it already?
separate. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's been a lot. And figuring out how we treat any employees that are onboarded now, because we really don't want to onboard them as a county employee in the meantime. And so what we're looking to do, and there's only a handful of them, but is kind of treat them as contract employees. So BSJ will invoice us, for the 3 weeks or whatever. Yeah, it's a lot. It's interesting.
have you got much feedback from the public? 'Cause I know
Not really. No, Tim Hunt put out, I think it said like a 15-minute read. So if you go on Vernon Reporter, a very extensive article, I sent him a message to, and, just told him I appreciate his help getting the information out there. We also did, resident and tenant meetings, on Monday. One was at night, so I couldn't be there for that, but it was good. Opened it up to families to ask questions. They asked really good questions. We had good discussion. I made it clear that we have not sold the facilities. They're still county owned. So yeah, it was good.
What a busy time.
Busy. That's okay.
Yeah. Okay, we're done. End already.
We are.
Next, what time?
143.
Where's that? Okay, next meeting date, December 17th. Does anyone have any conflicts, or is that work good? We're 9 a.m. again?
9:30. Yep.
9:30. Oh, excuse me.
Back in our usual place at our usual time.
Okay,
County board at 9.
Tuesday at 9 for county
budget
board.
hearings.
17th. Yeah.
We have to go to the budget meeting? You want us at the budget?
Yeah, I do want you at the budget hearing. So 9 o'clock.
Just
Or I'm talking to an empty room.
this November,
Yes, I mean Tuesday. Yeah.
the 12th. Budget hearing. 9 a.m.
And then infrastructure at 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna be down there early too. That's good news.
Well, or some of us just leave.
Okay, Any other business? Any suggestions for next month? There's, I suppose it isn't on the agenda, but do you have things you would like to hear about?
Well, probably the building plans by then, right?
Yeah.
Do we need to look at those or you have Phil just,
We'll do, I mean, he's gonna bring the final draft, just the draft plan, we'll review that. He should have a relatively good idea what his estimate of cost would be, square footage, whatever. If there's any hiccups, then I guess I would bring it to committee and say, hey, how are we gonna document this up? What are we gonna sacrifice, or what, we gonna find additional funding if it comes in at 350 versus the 200 or under? I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get to final plan.
And there's no other committee we need to invite to hear this. They will have heard it ahead of time. I mean,
I would assume Brandon will probably want to be here to look at the plans, but he'll probably look at the plans before we see the plans. As soon as they show up, he's going to be in that office. But we only have we can still get it in the ground yet, but
In theory,
on the weather.
looking good till the end of the month. Right now.
Any other things that we want to be sure and discuss for next month? Okay, hearing none. Somebody like to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, Martha, second.
Second.
Thank you. Meeting adjourned.
Thanks.